Hopefully Algora gets this thumbnail nice. There we go. That should probably be it. Right. Twitter API key is still good. Nice. Create broadcast. Still solid hackathon. Everyone on start immediately. Stream source is Stream Machine. Hey, happy Halloween, Lightspeed. What you up to? On the phone with family for hours? Brutal. F's in chat for Lightspeed. And how's it going there, Eugene? What you up to? All right. Finishing your first Rust app. Nice. What does it do? And yeah, I need to clean up tabs here at some point. I got a few open. Just a skosh. Monitors meme coins. Okay, just for like value movement stuff. Processes their metadata. Okay. And like when you say processes the metadata, like how does it do that? And yeah, let's switch to some synthwave. That's a great song by the Beta Band right there. But synthwave time. Twitter account ID to see like which people are like shilling it. Oh, so maybe like if someone popular enough shills a meme coin, you can like maybe invest before like the spike happens. Is that like the goal? Searching for similar images. Oh, that sounds fun. Oh, for like NFTs at that point, right? Oh, it's to see if they change username. Oh, interesting. Okay. So like to identify the rug pullers, I guess. Okay. All right, we're gonna get this album going. And man, my face is sunburnt. It's so itchy. Okay. All right, so let's go to GitHub and let's look at some of these PRs. Oh, we got 4 of them too. Okay, yes, let's look at the help button in modal first. And let's double check dark mode fixes. Yeah, definitely don't want to push that. So hold on. One of mine is... Oh, we don't even have that one up there yet. Yeah, so I'm still not a fan of the how work like swapping modal type to adjust the content. So yeah, we can still chat about that at some point. Gradient BG stuff. Yeah. All right, so outdated comments I made. Move the icon to the right. Yeah. So let's go look at that deploy on Netlify. And we may need to redeploy that branch. Ooh, and yes, hold on. GitHub.com slash GitHub slash branches branching. Uh, Hold on. Someone showed me a really cool GitHub action that I want to share. But I may have lost it. Damn it. Yeah, I want to make sure I share this because it was really cool. Branch deploy was it. Yeah, so basically, you know how like the killer feature of Netlify and Vercel is like being able to push to a branch specifically for like a PR or whatever, right? That branch based deploy. GitHub has an action that theoretically they're also even using for like internal products too. Like, so yeah, if you want to get that going at your organization, it might be a lot easier to get that going. And yeah, it should probably be worth checking out. Yeah, and like, man, the docs for it. Very, very in depth. A lot of configuration. Yeah, really cool. Yeah, that gets a star from me. Okay, so which one of these? BG gradient, open deploy preview. Yeah, let's look at how the gradient thing is working. I thought I saw that they pushed an update. I may need to approve. Yeah, pending review. Okay, hold on. So it's going to be feet BG gradient. Oh, Salmon, this was yours. Awesome. I'm going to guess the most recent one. So yeah, how you doing, Salmon? And yeah, I'll double check over here. Make sure we're actually deploying the latest. F08 4529. Yep. All right, cool. Flight was good. Yeah. Yeah, I was surprised at how quick security was at the San Francisco airport, but it was probably like midday, so or like midweek, so that might have been a big part. Weekends are always worse. But yeah, no worries, Tim. Yeah, we'll see you again soon. I'll be streaming today, tomorrow, Saturday, and I think Sunday again. And then I'm gonna be like gone all next week because I got filming at the office for GitCon, which should be pretty fun. I get to MC it. Me and Allison, one of my coworkers. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Now, technically, MCing, like, it's pre-recorded, but we still have to record our, like, well, that was a great talk by blah, 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 and, you know, how do you feel about blank, Allison? She responds, blah, blah, blah. I agree, you know, and let's move on to the next talk. And we do something, right? Like, that type of stuff. So, intro, outro, etc. And hey, yeah, how you doing, X Factor? What you up to? Oh, it didn't even notify me who that sub was, but it did say we got one. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, so this deploy preview should be good. Okay. And yeah, the only thing that I would say is slightly different is I was kind of expecting it to be like, instead of just like a label above it, right? Like being like another inside thing. So like type would be like, you know, it moves over into a submenu. I think we can merge what you got and I'll just make that change real quick. Unless you want to do it, Salman. Like totally up to you. You know, I don't want to take away something from you if you want to do it instead, but I also don't want to like burden you with like all these changes I've asked for. So, up to you. I don't mind doing it, but I can let you do it too. Just totally up to you. You'll do it? Okay. Yeah, totally fine. Yeah, so basically just, you know, similar to how I'm doing font, right? It's like family and then it goes into another submenu. And then what I was thinking instead, and then, you know, let's hear what chat has to say. Instead of options going into a submenu, right? The options would just change based upon what like submenu type you chose. So basically, we would still have like, I don't know if the separation matters anymore at that point, right? Like the separator, but still like, you know, whether it's color start and end versus just color, right? Like these options would actually just be inline on this second level here. And then it just changes based upon the type that you pick. I think that would be cool. I just want to make sure everyone else agrees. So yeah, if you're willing to do that, awesome. Like I really appreciate it. Like this is great. I had really vague like instructions or like, you know, description of the issue, so yeah, you did a really good job of like understanding what we were going for. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, thanks, Salman. Yeah, no, thank you. Like, yeah, thanks for being so receptive to the feedback. It can be really annoying when you do something that had vague instructions and you get a lot of like change requests. So, yeah, thanks for being a good sport. Um, Okay, so then, oh yeah, improve UX. Yep, those are the commits. Let's double check some of the other PRs. The README one, yeah, you were running into an issue with that. Let me just try and redo the deploy. And hey, hype train. Oh, there's the announced stuff. So yeah, Four Wheel subscribe for 3 months. Ooh, getting that done ahead of time. Hell yeah. Thanks, Four Wheel. And Chaotic gifted a sub to Salmon. Dude, thank you. And then X Craps. What was that one? Large screens container fixes. Okay. Yeah, at large resolutions, it starts to look weird. I agree with that. That's what it said. No, so 11 is like your total. Like, it looked to me like you paid for 3 in advance. Maybe I'm misreading it. Yeah, I don't know, Four Wheel. Maybe it's just a Twitch bug. That is a fairly common occurrence. Oh, maybe. Yeah, it might be something they're doing for fun. I don't know. If so, that'd be really cool of them. Yeah, I'll call that good. And yeah, we'll merge that one in. It's a really nice and easy one. Yeah, conference was great. Yeah, I got to meet a whole bunch of people I've only ever like seen and chatted with online. So yeah, I got to meet New Duck, which was awesome. Got to meet Giannis. I messed up first time like we chatted in person. I called him Joannis again. Sorry, Giannis. Got to meet Cassidy Williams or Cassidy. Like that was super cool. Yeah, it was really fun. Got to meet Wes Boss. Like we'll get that PR merged. I clicked the wrong button there. And yeah, merge PR. He was super chill. Yeah, yeah. Like very, very cool dude. Like easy to have a fun conversation with. Yeah. And I know not everyone here actually like uses or follows me on Twitter, so I'll brag about this photo yet again. That's one of the coolest photos I think I've ever been in. Like the aesthetics of it and everything. So yeah, pretty pumped on it. I'll pass the link too if you want to interact with it. No stress if not. Yeah, exactly. Like really well done. And it's also over on Blue Sky as well, if you prefer to interact there. Yep. I'm still probably going to be posting most things to both, but it was kind of nice seeing how many people have like been posting just like the Blue Sky butterfly emoji over on Twitter. Like, yeah, that's cool. For not being fully staged. Yeah, I mean, I think I may have been like, oh, I don't know what to do with my hands or something. Like, I'm pretty sure I was doing some BS like that. I most likely did a Talladega Nights reference, as is tradition. That would have been good. Yeah, exactly, Wayne. All right, cool. So that part's going. It looks like I did push up a PR. Let me double check if I actually like what we did with it. Right, because we tried to do some like dark mode fixes. Um, I mean, I like the idea of federation and, like theoretically, if you want, you could be owning your own data, right? The ability to create like smaller, focused like communities. Like, I don't know. And Elon doesn't own it. That's a major bonus. That's the killer feature. But yeah, let's do local host. I bet I had a local host open. Nah, we're good. Exactly. Yep. Their marketing is solved. It's that easy. And yeah. I remember. We made some fixes for like fixing the overdrawing. It actually doesn't look too terrible with how we have it right now, but the T is definitely narrower than it should be. So yeah, we're still doing that max width thing slightly wrong. Yeah, we'll have to think about that part. But yeah, how do we feel about that? I think that looks good. I think that looks good. Oh, the icon doesn't highlight right for like the selected. So we should fix that. think I'm okay with how the sliders look when highlighted. The checkbox is the thing that is not ideal. When it's checked, it's good. When it's not, it's not. I'd say the rest looks pretty good, though. And then if we go to light mode, flashbang, sorry. Ah, we broke that. Ugh. I mean, it could work there, Wayne. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's always like the trickier bit, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, Threads is still owned by Zuckerberg, right? So it's just some other billionaire. I think Blue Sky is also owned by some other billionaire, but it's not Zuckerberg. Um, yeah, Blue Sky, is that one of the is Blue Sky is actually the old Twitter guy, right? Like the original like Twitter CEO guy, like the guy that started Twitter. Yeah. So yeah, that could be cool. Yeah, Jack Dorsey, I think. Oh, Dorsey sold Blue Sky. Oh, I thought it was Dorsey, but yeah. Oh, okay. So Jay Graber is the CEO. Jack Dorsey initiated it and was a board member. He left the Blue Sky board and shut down his Blue Sky account. Interesting. And yeah, that was as of May. Okay. Interesting. I wonder why he left. Why did he give up on Blue Sky? Literally repeating all the mistakes Twitter made as a company. Well, interesting. Urged people to stay on X. Ooh. Okay, so now Noster is the one that he cares about. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, Wayne. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I care about anything Dorsey has to say at this point. All right. So as far as our dark mode fixes, we broke light mode, or at least a couple parts of it. And man, yeah, sunburnt face, super itchy. I hate the sun. It's trying to kill us all, you know that, right? So here's something I'm wondering. Because I'm actually sticking with a light background for the drop downs, I may just stick with the same like highlight color too. Right? Like sure, there it's broken because it should just stay black. So yeah, I think I like that idea. No, it was just California, and like the convention was it was at Fort Mason Center, which is like a couple like warehouse style buildings, and then like there was a lot of just outdoor seating. So just spent a lot of time at the outdoor seating. And I am one of the few people that prefers the cold, so everyone else wanted to be out in the sun. In the shade, it was actually really reasonable temperature wise. Yeah, yeah, like a lot of the seating was outdoors. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed the time, but I'm happy to be back home. Like the hotel room wouldn't let me actually get my temperature cold enough. So I never had like the right like sleeping temp, which was really annoying. So I didn't get great sleep the entire time I was there. Didn't matter what time I went to sleep at. It's fine. It was a really comfy bed, really nice like blankets and stuff. But that's kind of like always my problem. The blankets at hotels are always like way too warm, like way too thick. They just don't breathe, you know? Oh, let me do this real quick. Can I demo the project? Yeah, let me show you. So I think technically the better experience is on Giphium.com right now. But the idea is just having this type of like transitional diff and being able to generate that into a GIF that you can share to social media. A stretch goal after the GIF part is maybe get it as a video, right? And compile that video to send off to social media instead. That would be a little more effort, but I believe we could do it with FFmpeg, right? Like Wasm wise. But that's a stretch goal, right? Like for MVP, we're just targeting GIF. Yeah, I think it'd just be fun to show like different states, like just in your social media, like diffing stuff. It's something I've wanted to do in the past, and I've used other tools that do like side by side gifs or like, like per line gifs, but it's like the red and the green. And sure, it works, but it's still like not as visually appealing as this. And keep in mind, like this whole animation thing here, I didn't do that. That's just Shiki Magic Move. That's an existing tool that, yeah, it's kind of cool. I did build out the solid implementation for it. Some people helped me fix some bugs for it. Um, but like the actual like base library of Shiki Magic Move, that's by Ant Fu, who's like really popular in the Vue like dev space. But he was very like accepting of the solid implementation, which is really cool because he has a lot of repos. So like he was like really quick on getting it in. Okay, cool. So you got it pushed. Let's go look at it. And what's up, Kino? The output image is not stored anywhere. No, yeah, it's all in the browser. So X Factor, yeah, I didn't want to pay for storage for any of that stuff. I didn't want to pay for the bandwidth of that. It's all happening right there in your browser instance, and that makes it extremely cheap for me to operate. And that was a big goal of it, right? How much can we do client side just for the sake of not having some bill blow up on me? And I believe we could do the same with FFmpeg by using their Wasm output. So definitely something I want to try, but it's a stretch goal. And yeah, we can reject that. And yeah, honestly, disdain. Like, yeah, that build is not a problem. I can look at yours here in a minute. I'm just gonna reject all of these because, like, what you're doing doesn't even need to build. So, totally fine. So let me actually just look at your PR real quick, and we'll get that merged. Yep, so that one's building. Updated README file for dev workstation setup. Let's look at some of this. Yep, you cleared out that section. Added some other stuff. Yep. Disdain, if you're still out there, I was kind of thinking the link to the marketplace link for like the Tailwind CSS IntelliSense. Right? And then a link to the marketplace, like Visual Studio link for Prettier as well. I'll leave a comment for that just in case you're not around at the moment. And again, disdain if you are out there. We could totally just merge this and I could make the change too. Just totally up to you. I'm just not on that branch right now, so it would take me a little bit. And I could use a GetLens workspace. Or not workspace, work tree. If you guys haven't seen work trees, that might be a good option for it. The oldest tab that I have right now is probably my project's Trello board. Right? I got a lot of project ideas, and some of these go back years. Basically, everything from this tab to the left is the archive, and everything from there to the right is the working group. The working group actually just has maybe like all the way up to here as like stuff I want to have for Walter, like another project we work on. And then the solid hackathon stuff starts right here to the right. So once we finish up the solid hackathon and submit it, etc., we may still work on it a bit, but I'll probably clear out all of these working tabs, at least, you know, from there to the right. So yeah, I would say like over half of these are actually like temporary, right? From here to the right is fully temporary. From here to the left is the archive. And yeah, how's this deploy looking? Looks like it's probably done. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, and then this like frees up the option of us doing like a third option for like a pattern or something, which would be cool. Do we not have an issue for that yet? Looks like we don't. And what's up, Fallen? Yeah, happy Halloween. Yeah, we probably should create that issue. I don't know if we want to tackle it just yet. But I guess the longer we put it off, the more effort it's going to be, right? I look HD-ish. No, this is the same setup I've had for months now at this point. Yeah, exactly, Salmon. Yep. Like the sriracha bottle, but yeah, exactly. For sure, X Factor. Like the green beanie and everything. Yeah, this is my Halloween costume. I'm a little spicy today. Which makes even more sense because I'm a little sunburnt too. Such an itchy face right now. And hey, what's up, Ethan? Mr. Sir. Yeah, I'd say go ahead and create that issue if you want, Salmon. Yeah, exactly. I am Mr. Sriracha. And yeah, Nori Sab, have a good night. Yeah, Salmon. I mean, yeah, I was thinking I might even try and do the sidebar thing after we get this, yeah, after we get like our dark mode, light mode fixes in. So I don't know. Is that something you would really want to do, or do you want to start like thinking about other parts of it? You know what would be really nice, actually, Salmon? Once I get yours merged in, which I should do now, maybe refactoring that CTX thing would be good. It'll probably be quick, so, you know, wouldn't keep you occupied for long, but I think that would be a good fix. Yeah, yeah. Like, I think that's like a good, like, thing to do now style. I did just have one quick thought. Yep. Okay. So BG type is typed out there. Perfect. And yeah, if you end up starting to think about how other background stuff would work, maybe extracting this out to a type in the types file would make sense rather than like duplicating it here. You know, just as it gets to like 3 or 4 long. I think for 2, it's totally fine right now. All right, let me just do one more once over of the files, just to be sure. Yep. I think that was just a formatting thing. That's fine. Yeah, that works. Because, yeah, I could see, like, eventually maybe other, like, props get added in. Yeah, that part's fine. It's not a big deal. Something I might change eventually is, like, the start and end gradient being different, right? Just, like, so that someone can even see the gradient when they, like, toggle to it. But again, not for this PR. I'm just thinking out loud. Z.enum, number min max, color min max. Yep. And yeah. Yeah, I think I may want to like pull out that magic number right there eventually, not for this, into like a max CSS color string length constant. I don't even know if I like the name of it, so yeah, we're not doing that now. Oh, it looks like indentation got a little wonky there. Would you be okay fixing that indentation? Cool, cool. I'm just adding the comment so that it's like, doesn't get forgotten. Um, but here's my next thought. Have you messed with GitHub Actions much yet? At this point, now that we have so many people working on this, it may make sense to implement a GitHub action that maybe adds a commit that auto formats people's contributions, like using Prettier. So, does that sound fun to you? I guess. If that doesn't sound fun, then yeah, no worries. But if you are looking for another task, I think that would probably be like the most important one. The CTX one is probably like a good easy fix. The problem with Husky is that it's easy to skip it locally, and a lot of devs are not fans of Husky. So instead, like, prettier GitHub action, right? The prettier action, does it do the formatting as a command? So yeah, I would say this one can do its own like commit message for it, and that might be worth it. So then if a user isn't doing it locally, it still just happens automatically. And then it's, just less effort for the user. Making your own custom GitHub action can be a little tough, for sure. you know, composing your own actions is kind of fun. But yes, you do run into the issue of like debugging your own actions sucks, right? You know, like installing act, it's like 30 gigs or something, you know, for like local dev. So instead, you end up just having a bunch of like BS commits, which is why you probably want to do it in like, you know, in your fork, in a branch, and then just squash that branch. And again, Salmon, totally fine if you don't want to do it. I do want to make sure I have an issue for it, though. And let me know once you've pushed up that formatting fix, and I will get your current one merged in. I just want to make sure I have a prettier issue, and I don't. With like a Top Gun brief? There you go. Hell yeah. Right, so that's probably the action we want. Awesome. Yeah, I'll look at that in just a second. As far as this, and if that's the one you like would like to take, you know, I just think it would be really nice because there won't be any like merge conflict issues with some of the other changes that are going. So it's nice and isolated. But if you want to do the CTX one first, you know, just comment on either one and you know, block it out so I can assign it. All right, let me go look through it again just to be sure. Oh, wrong thing. Like, I guess, Salmon, have you done GitHub Actions before? You would need to pull again. So we're going to want to maybe, like, shout it out in our README. We do have a part in the README that, like, says prettier is required, but, you know, like, part of the PR is probably adding a section to the README that lets people know that the auto commit message is going to happen. All right, let me double check this. And yeah, it's inside that function. Yep, yeah, all that looks right. Forcing an ESLint rule for formatting? So again, like, what do you mean by that, Larobi? Like, number one, I'd want to stick with prettier just because there's less to like argue about for formatting. But again, you run into the issue of it having to run locally. So then there's like effort a user has to put in to make sure their editor is set up in the right way. So there's less like editor setup if we make it a GitHub action instead that like actually just does the stuff. So I don't know. It comes down to how much effort do we want people to have to put in setting up their dev environment versus maybe the annoying part of them having to like do a pull after they've done a push, right? If they forget to format. I don't know. Like there is no like 100% right answer for that. My instinct in the past has been to just fail the build, but failing the build can be kind of annoying. I've noticed that Ant Fu will actually just do it for you. He'll just make his own commit that fixes the formatting because it's just not worth the effort of arguing with people about it or anything. So I don't know. It depends. There's no 100% right answer for any of that. And I haven't done the auto commit message workflow nearly as much, so it's at least like a chance for me to evaluate if I even like it. So yeah, I think this is a good project to try it out on. But yeah, this one looks great. Yeah. I mean, we do recommend some extensions, but they're not necessarily required. We do require PNPM and like a certain version of Node, so I think that's okay to require. Oh, I should have updated the description. Yep. Yeah, that makes sense there, Salmon. So hold on, dot editor config, was that at the top level? It was. Yeah, good call. So I'd say bare minimum if you want to try and like make a change to that, I'd be okay if you mix that in with the CTX exclamation point thing. I'd be fine with that. Okay, so the one you were working on was gradient BG support. And yeah, thank you for doing that. Let me get more music going. And yeah, that's awesome. I like that. All right, so then the fix I'm working on still. Let's get back to that. Where does that accent variable get set? It's probably up in the base. So yeah, we'll leave that. Best coding TV show movie? Depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for the most realistic hacking film, it's actually called Takedown. Or originally it was Hackers 2 Takedown, but it has nothing to do with the original Hackers film. If you're looking for something fun and campy, I'd say Hackers. IT Crowd's up there, but it's less about coding. Die Hard 4, I mean, it's a fun one, but it's barely coding as well. The movie Sneakers is fantastic. Barely coding as well, though. Swordfish is fun. It's terrible, but fun. Like, like unrealistic. Yeah. Swordfish is a fun film, you know? War Games. I'd say War Games is definitely up there. I haven't seen Halt and Catch Fire. I thought that was more like a documentary. And I wouldn't count documentaries in the same thing. Yeah, maybe I'm just misunderstanding. Yeah, I've never seen Halt and Catch Fire. I mean, if we're gonna get like really coding adjacent, Grandma's Boy is solid. Um, I've heard Mythic Quest is solid. I haven't seen Mythic Quest yet, though. Yeah, exactly. All right, let me double check this change we just made. I'm going to go with 200 maybe. And then, yeah, I got to figure out where I did the text white still. Damn, is it 100? Yeah, that looks like the 100. All right, so now we just got to find the other text white I did. Oh, not what I was looking for there. And we're not even using checkbox item. Should probably fix it anyway, just in case we do at some point. Radio item. Yep, we'll do the same thing. Yep, nailed it. All right, into it. Let's double check. Nailed it. Okay, so now we got to do it for combo box. Yeah, Larobi, we don't want to do a hook, though. A lot of people are really anti-hooks. And again, it requires that they have it installed locally. We can do it as a, as a dependency, but then you run into, like, the differences between versions sometimes. Like, no, it'd be fine. But some people are really anti-commit hooks. I actually think it's fine, for sure. Right? Like, I'm okay with commit hooks. I haven't dealt with the making an automatic commit for you kind of thing, like up in an action. I wouldn't mind actually trying that out. Yeah, no worries, Salmon. Yep. Yeah, I'd say maybe just one thing is in your commit message, do like basically fix minor CTX indent. What I would say is in the description of your PR, say closes and then pound sign and then the number of the issue that gets closed by it, and then it'll automatically close the issue as well when we merge it. So if you look at a couple of the other ones that we've done, such as, did update readme have it? No. One of these has it. There we go. So yeah, just closes, colon, a space, and then like the number of the issue. And GitHub will automatically like link that so that we can go check it out. But it'll also automatically close it when that PR gets merged. So, not sure if you've dealt with that before, but I would say add that to your PRs when you get a chance, just to get in the habit. All right, so, yep, changing that to space. Adding that there, getting rid of all of those. Yep, rest of that looks great. And if you want, I could add it to this description, but I'd say, you know, getting in the habit would be good. Oh, you did. Perfect. Awesome. Hell yeah. Yeah, it just took a second. So, perfect. Thank you. I don't know why. I can rarely remember Ali's fixes here. And yeah, let me. Thought I looked at it. It was just two files changed. I saw the checks 3 and my brain like mixed them up. I was trying to think what the third file was. So yeah, no, we're good there. But yeah, I forget Ali's Twitch handle. But okay. Let me refresh this. And yeah, I want to change the color of that. I think part of the problem is that combo box primitive there is actually doing some of this. Ah, okay, highlighted there is it. So then this is actually just gray dash 100. And this is that. Yep. Okay, I'm going to call that one good. I'm on a Mac. If I'm going to be hosting some type of Docker container or whatever, then that would be Linux usually. Oh. Yeah, no worries, Larobi. Yeah. So the pre-commit hook, we would use Husky as the library for that, basically. I think there's a couple others now that might be options too, but Husky's the one I've used in the past. All right, so the conflict is in editor. It's like just right there. All right, cool. All right, and do I even have an issue for that? I don't think we have an issue for that, do we? Nope. Yeah, it was just something I wanted to do. Okay, so I will merge that. Should have made that lowercase. Oops. And hey, what's up, Marshall? How you doing? This is for solid hack. Yep, exactly. Forget when the cutoff is. I feel like it was November something, though. $13 more days? Nice. Yeah, they got a countdown and everything. So yeah, we got plenty of time to like make this just even better. And yeah, I got work to do on the like editing of a saved snippet. That's probably more important than the sidebar. I just saw that follow recently. The Fatness Everdeen. That is a good play on words right there. I like that name. Is solid my preferred framework? No, not at all. I actually feel like it's missing a lot, in my opinion, as far as like ecosystem and documentation, especially like Solid Start. Solid itself is probably well documented. I really don't like the inability to spread props. That's one thing I really dislike too. I'm wondering if there's some like nice utility for like destructuring props in a cleaner way. So you wouldn't do like a standard destructure, but you could just like pass a function that gives you back out signals from the destructured object or from props. But yeah, Solid Start is missing a lot of documentation, and I don't like how they do middleware. I'm not a big fan of like only being able to do global middleware and then having to do like path checking inside of it. I'd rather do something like what Dino Fresh has for middleware. Hold on. Oh, I don't even have the bot going right now, so I don't even need to kill it. But I should get that bot going here in a second. But thank you for that anonymous gifter. Oh, and someone sent an unban request I need to deal with at some point. I need to probably unban them. But yeah. So hold on. The Dino Fresh website wasn't even the first result? Oh man, they've got major SEO issues. No, and that makes sense. Yeah, the hackathon requires solid start though. But yeah, I really like the ability to do like nested middleware, and I'm pretty sure you can even do like nesting based upon ephemeral like folder names. I think if you just underscore the folder name, then it doesn't even go into the path, right? So you could have like admin style or like authed middleware, right? Stuff that requires authentication. You could have that within a folder that isn't actually part of the URL, which means then you're not having to do like route checking BS. So yeah, I think that would be a benefit. Now, someone did point out when I made a tweet about this that by overdoing what the like what you can do with middleware, you often create like waterfalls, and that's not ideal, right? So if you're doing data fetching in your middleware, that can sometimes be an issue. I would say that there we go, hiding that user. I would say that there's only a few things that doing fetching in your middleware is probably a good idea for. I definitely have some waterfalls in some of my apps currently. Resolving that would be kind of nice, I think, but I would need to figure out a better way. Basically, in many cases, you're going to need to fetch the user from like the JWT anyway. So I don't mind that being like an initial fetch from your database and then parallelizing everything after that. I'm not building anything with Carbon, Marshall. Carbon is an existing tool for social sharing of code snippets. So basically, what I want to do is the same thing for a diff of code that animates between the two states, and then I can generate that into an image. And it might not work on localhost right now because I killed the server. Yeah. So that's crashed right now, but we can look at it over here. Solid start is file-based routing. Yeah. Oh, no worries, Marshall. So this is literally what I'm building right now. The result is on giphium.com. So yeah, you can fiddle around with it if you like. There's definitely bugs, but yeah, we're working on it. Well, that's the whole thing, Snowly, right? Like, if you're able to do ephemeral, like, folders that don't actually make it into your path, then I'm, like, totally okay with that. In many cases, being able to have your, like, folder structure mimic your URL structure, when you're on a random route in the app and you notice a bug, it's easier to find where some of that stuff's going. So your ability to like trace through for it becomes easier. You do end up with the issue of like too many index.tsx files or whatever though, or index.ts files. So there's give and take with both. Thanks, Marshall. But okay, so let me get to a new branch. We'll check out main, pull that down. Yeah, and that's fine, Snowly. You can definitely do some of that, though, with just ephemeral directories, like depending on the framework. So in some frameworks, you could have a, like I was just showing on the Dino docs, if admin here had an underscore underneath it, then maybe it doesn't change the URL. Now, admin's a bad option, but instead, if it was like authenticated, right, you could have underscore authenticated and it's not going into the URL, but you're still able to do the middleware at just that level, right, within the folder structure. I could see value to that, right? And to me, then you have pretty much as much control as I would want over that directory structure. But yeah, how you doing, Gokton? What you up to? All right, so I'm thinking the main thing I want to do at the moment, right? We need to get the editor, like the saved snippet editing system working better. I also need to migrate our database with the new props that we just merged in. So yeah, saving stuff would be broken at the moment. Instagram stuff, Gokton? I have no idea. No clue. I've never used it. Yeah, I have no idea, Gokton. Sorry. Um, but yeah, even though I think personally the saved snippet editing working is more important, I I think I want to do the sidebar thing. Is the cow in the YouTube mine? No, it's just some random cow image from Unsplash. And you may ask, why the cow then? I don't actually know. I needed to pick something as like some like background stuff for stream. I don't know. I was like, I just got to find something. The colors looked good, so I picked it. Yeah, I wish it went deeper. I need to start making up a story. I should start telling a different story every time. That'd be good. No, I'm definitely not a farmer. I'm like a suburb slash like mountain town kid. Like suburb slash mountain town kid. I'm not much of a city person. Like I like visiting the city. I don't necessarily think I'd like living like downtown anywhere. I like the suburbs or mountain towns. But yes, okay. So first step, we need to get the database stuff deployed up, right? And that just involves me juggling some envvar stuff. And after that, I think we want to start on doing the sidebar stuff. But I'm going to use the restroom and rinse out these glasses, and maybe I can have a whiskey. Ah, so you're a city kid, but now a farmer? Gotcha. Isn't that the dream of most devs, to become farmers? It's not one of mine. But yeah, let me go use the restroom, and I'll be right back, and we will get started on some of these next steps. So, BRB, gotta pee. All right, and I'm back.
Talk to the hand.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely grow green onions and cilantro in my home, but that's mainly because I hate having to go to the store for it, and it only lasts like a day in your fridge. So I just hate having to buy cilantro every time I want it. I like making chicken tacos at home. Yeah, that makes sense. See, I spent my entire 20s as a snowboard bum, so I've gotten my outdoors time. Thanks, Random Dev. Yeah, this is my Halloween costume. Yeah, I guess that's the big thing, Gokton and Marshall. Like, farmland is actually typically pretty cheap, too. Right? At the bare minimum, rent is cheaper. Like, out in that area, right? As long as you can get fast enough internet, you're good to go. Yeah, that would be the problem there, Gokton. Starlink? Is Starlink good enough for streaming? That would be my requirement. We could give it a shot, but until Starlink is like a gigabit, I don't think I can do it. I am spoiled. I think I need gigabit from here on out. I don't know if I could live without it. For dev, I bet it's fine. Yeah. Oh, hold on. So hold on. Gotta remove those. But yeah, how's everyone doing? Like, what'd you all do while I was gone? Let me get more music going, though. Just finished a Udemy course. Interesting. Which course yet? And Gokten. So thinking writing a bot for a public channel for a certain Turkish TV show to fight certain trolls there. Your friend is hunted there today. You were keeping the logs. Yeah. I would say double check the terms of service. Okay, so now I'm gonna create a script, and that script is gonna be something like pushdb changes.sh. Leadership training communication. Nice. I'll do the same thing I always do. I would recommend you try and support a better platform. Udemy doesn't deserve your money. If there's any other platform you could pay the creator of that content for, like, through, that would just be better. Udemy does not police the people on their platform, which means that your content could be stolen by some other creator. It was dictated by HR. Got it. All right, so not much you can do. At least for everyone else to know, Udemy will happily allow someone on their platform to steal your content, use the exact same videos, so they're not even the person in the video, and sell your course as if they made it. And Udemy doesn't police that whatsoever. Right? The effort and onus is on the original author to detect and figure that stuff out, which is bullshit. It may have changed. As far as I know, it has not changed. So I believe I've seen Wes Boss make a tweet about that before. Like some other content creators have done like similar comments as well. And it's why Maximilian Schwarzmuller has his own site, Academind. Udemy for Business is actually curated then. So that's at least a little better. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Okay, so what this needs to do is at the start, mv .env to .env.tmp. And the final step is then mv, like undoing it. Yep. So then from here, mv env.prod to .env. Ooh, it knew exactly what I wanted there. I don't think those are actually what I want. So yeah, content good, but biased. Yeah, sounds about right. And yeah, let me double check. Let me make sure some of this. Okay, so yeah. Generate's fine, because generate is how we get the schema in the first place, but migrate is not ideal. Yeah, so I think it's going to be like push and migrate. I don't remember if those even do the same thing or not. Let's just do it. Now we want to run the script. So, /. Nope, not that. Will it blend? Which guy knows what? Yeah, how you doing, Diego? What you up to? What do I know? Everything? There you go. No, I didn't. Because I just got back into town today, and I don't know. That's like not a purchase while you're on the road kind of thing. But it probably is time. Won't be able to get it for another like 3 weeks, but I think that'd be fine. I went to San Francisco for GitHub Universe. It was downtown. So, I mean, technically, the event was at Fort Mason. The hotel was downtown. It was my first time actually going to San Francisco ever, like, since I was born there. Technically, I was born, like, down, like, Palo Alto type area. But, yeah. Mission Chinese? Okay. Yeah, I didn't eat any Chinese food while I was there. I did have some ramen. Um, I went out to some ramen with a few people one night, and then the night after that, I got some ramen from a place called Mensho. And oh, I didn't share that, but it had duck and some other stuff. It was really good. I also tried uh, what do they call it? Oh, Kobe sushi, right? So yeah, like I ate some Kobe sushi that was quite good. I ended up taking the Kobe and just putting it into the ramen and leaving like the the sushi part. But it was delicious. It was great. It was expensive, so I probably wouldn't do the Kobe sushi thing again unless it's someone else paying for it. But technically, I'm able to expense it, so someone else did pay for it. So it was definitely worth trying. Khalid, it's the same project on Solid, for sure. I'm really curious why this PNPX isn't working. I wonder if I need the bin slash bash. Crunch bang, right? Ooh, Kobe 8s. There you go, Jens. Yeah, it was basically sashimi, yen, so it wasn't like a proper roll. It was just, a chunk of like rice with, a fairly thin slab of Kobe beef. Kobe was kind of oily, actually, but once I put it into the ramen broth, it was perfect. You're going to get yourself a new MacBook Pro. You hate that the Pro chips are between 24 and 48 gigs with no option in between. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, Dr. Cudley. You want as much RAM as you can get at all times. Right? Like, at all times. You want as much RAM as you can get. The Mac Mini that I'm on right now is a 2014 Intel Mac Mini. And hey, what's up, Zay? How's it going? Oh yeah, and I got Zay, you reminded me. I got to meet uh like a bunch of the open sourced people. Becca, John, and Brian. I got to meet them in person for the first time. Oh, you have an ad. I'll wait. I'll wait. Ooh. Yeah, yeah. Let me know when you're back from the ad. You back from that ad yet? I think it should be done now. Okay. Yeah, how's it going, Zay? Um, yeah, how's the blue sky like AT Proto kind of thing? I haven't looked at that at all. Like, what are the tricky parts of that? And yeah, if anyone coming in from the raid wants to test out the thing we're building, it is a way of doing social sharing of diffs. So, you know how there's like tools to do like, images that you can share for, like just a snippet of code? Well, now we can do it with GIFs. We can click this generate button. This is just a preview. The GIF that it generates is all right, like it could be better, I'm sure, but bam, this now gives us a diff of the code as a GIF, and we can just send that up. The lame part is you have to download it first because browsers don't support doing a copy. Yeah, it's usable right now. You can head to giphium.com and it's totally usable. We've got bugs to fix. We're about to like merge up some other stuff because someone just gave us the ability to do, and hold on, I should refresh. Someone just gave us the ability to do background gradients, right? So we can change it to linear gradient, and then bam, like the color end could be like a darker blue. Voila. You like it? Yeah. I feel like I've had it this way for a bit. It might be the fact that I have a little bit of a tan. I was actually in the sun. It's so itchy. Like the sunburn. It's so itchy. It's a rare thing. I haven't had a sunburn for like 2 years. I did reboot my streaming PC. Yep. And yeah, I got to meet Brian Douglas and Becca and John at GitHub Universe. Yeah, GitHub Universe gave me a tan because like the best seating was outside. Maybe rebooting the PC was a big part. Yeah. When you say is steps dynamic, do you mean like the amount of like frames in between? Not right now. That's probably another thing we'll want to do at some point. The tool we're using to generate the GIF doesn't allow us to set a frame rate though, which is kind of annoying. So if you added more steps, it would just be a longer animation, right? So it wouldn't actually increase the frame rate. So that's something we'd have to do like extra. And yeah, Zayu, you just recently like switched up your setup too, right? Was that just like camera angle change and some of that? I think I saw some tweets about it. Thank you for the follows, Ronan and Kantsethu. I don't know if I said that right, but thank you. Yeah, the gradient's looking great. Oh, you moved. So that's probably why. Okay. Still in the same town? And yeah, no worries, Jens. Have a good night. Good to see you. See you tomorrow. Cause yeah, like Brian and the others were like, "Oh yeah, it's a shame that Zayo didn't come up." But I would assume that since you just moved, it was a bit tougher, right? Like just a lot more hectic. But they definitely mentioned you. But yeah, into the mountains more? Nice. Yeah, like near the LA area. Yeah, what's the name of that resort that's nearby? I guess Big Bear is kind of close, isn't it? Like, are you towards Big Bear? Or are you like closer to like Alpine Summit? Or like not even close to that, like those resorts. San Bernardino. Okay. So just like a more hilly kind of area. No, no worries. I just know, like, I met some people. I actually forget where they live now. I think they were actually out of Fresno. I don't know where Fresno is. Where is Fresno? Fresno is hella north? Oh, okay. See, I have no idea. Okay, never mind. Big Bear is there. Yeah, yeah. But they were out of Fresno and they were riding at a place called Sierra Summit, Alpine Summit, something like that. But yeah, Big Bear is like a pretty like actually a crazy nice resort. Mountain High and Big Bear are the big yeah, yeah, the LA ones. Yes. Is Alpine Meadows not near those? Sorry. I get excited about snowboarding. I get really excited about snowboarding. Sure. Yeah, if I ever make it down to Big Bear or any of that stuff, we can definitely go ride. Oh. Oh, Alpine Meadows is Tahoe. Never mind. I was getting that mixed up. And it's basically just Palisades now. Because it used to be called Squaw Valley, and that is a somewhat problematic term. So yeah, they just completely rebranded. But yeah, I've heard Big Bear is actually like one of the best terrain parks in the world. So yeah, I'd love to go check that out at some point. And I've never been to LA. Yeah, that'd be cool. For sure. Yeah, it'd be really cool. I don't know if Glasses skis or snowboards. He's like, down in San Diego. Wouldn't be too far of a drive for him, right? Couple hours, yeah. I didn't realize how close Big Bear was to LA though. Like that's really close. Like really close. Oh, it's 3.5 hours? It doesn't look that far. Okay. Yeah, hold on. If I zoom out. Interesting. Because I've heard someone say it's about like 4 hours from San Fran to San Diego. Is that just because of traffic? Like if you're going up on a weekend, it'll be 3.5 hours because of the traffic? I could see that. Oh, they are saying 4 hours. You're totally right. Yeah, good call. So the person that was saying 4 hours from San Fran to San Diego, how fast were they driving? Like, holy shit, dude. Is that the Schumacher joke? Is Schumacher like a race car driver? Oh, wow. That is a much longer drive. That is a much longer drive. Okay. I may just be misremembering what Raimu said at one point. Okay, yeah, it's not nearly as close as I thought it would be. They were either dreaming or driving way too fast. But yeah, Norizeyu. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we'll chat. Okay. So the part that we're on right now is for some reason PNPX is not resolving any of that. Is it because we're PNPXing it? Ah, yep. So PNPM should be fine. Yeah, this is something I don't think I like about Drizzle Kit. The migrations it generates just don't seem right. But what I'm wondering now is, did that table get deleted somehow? Okay, so yeah, those columns are there. So it's really just migrate. Okay, something broke in how that script works. We're gonna have to look at that. Let me get more music going though. I think I messed up my script over here. We don't have a .env.temp. We seem to only have the .env.prod. Yep, so let me do this real quick. I broke something. All right, so I can go fix this, but I don't know what I broke there. Yeah, I can grab this value from Netlify. Just so strange, though. I don't know what I broke. Oh, I think... I think maybe I didn't split the commands properly, and that might have done it. All right, close that. What a fucking troll. Yeah, because obviously every company has a quota to hire snowboard bums. Duh. Did that troll even make it through to Twitch chat? Oh, it didn't. It's only mods saw it. Count created 14 minutes ago. Yeah, sounds about right. Whatever. What's up, Jerome? How you doing? Yeah, what you been up to, Jerome? Oh yeah, Khalid. Yeah, that troll didn't make it over there at all either. Which is good. No one even needs to acknowledge that person. They are really sad in life. And they're trying to bring other people down with them. But okay. So I got all those keys hidden. Should be good. So we've got the thing in the title. And if you see those commands at the end of the title, that's how you can discover a little bit more about it. And I can show you more here in a second. Just want to make sure I'm not sharing any codes at the moment. Right, like env vars that I don't want to show. So let me make sure some stuff's closed. Yeah, that should be totally fine. All right, so now we want to create a new branch. And what is this branch going to be? It's going to be feet. I'm using Oh My Zish. And I've met Robbie Russell, the guy that made it. He was at GitHub Universe. He was also at SquiggleConf. I actually gave my talk after Robbie Russell at SquiggleConf, so it was a tough act to follow. He was basically the keynote. And yeah, super cool dude. Like, really nice. And he's like super humble too, right? Like, basically, I let Theo know that like the syntax event was happening. He showed up. We're sitting there chatting and going around like, you know, talking in a circle. Robbie Russell just introduces himself, doesn't say what he works on or what he's done. So obviously I had to chime in for him because he deserves the accolades. And yeah, Theo was like, "Oh, dude, yeah, I couldn't use Zish without your tool. So thank you." So yeah, it was nice like connecting two well-known people even though they might not necessarily know each other. I like that. And yeah, if I hadn't met him at SquiggleConf, I probably wouldn't even know what he looked like. So yeah, you know. It is like crazy how much of a small world tech is. I actually really like that. Stylometric features. I don't even know what that means. Is that even a word? No, it's fine, Gokton. Sounds cool. Oh, and yeah, Salmon, you wanted me to take a look at your PR. So I'll do that before I get too deep into it. Use prettier action with same as package JSON. Oh, okay. That's a good call. Yep. I mean, I'll look at it real quick. Aha. Okay, I see. It looks good to me. So PNPM is not present. So what you would need is, yeah, I can add a comment too. And then PNPM GitHub action. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Yep. Yeah, so I'll just link directly to that for you. So yeah, there you go, Salmon. So basically, the issue is that PNPM wasn't installed, and we are requiring it, but the original action from when we scaffolded it didn't have that going because I guess it didn't need it. So that's the fix. And yeah, did you see how I went and debugged that? Basically, like you just go to the action, right? You'll see the failure, and then you need to click into the step that failed to get like a better like log message. And then even here, right, self-installer failed. Well, we can just like open it up and then see what like the failing lines were. And basically, it was just saying that getting this failed for some reason. The invalid this is actually tricky. So now I'm actually questioning that. Oh no, we have PNPM action set up. Never mind. Node version 18 seems right. So yeah, actually, I don't know why that failed. Never mind. No, PNPM action setup is there. So you didn't do anything wrong. Version 18 should be the one getting used. The error that we were seeing is common to version 20. Oh, so you're saying I need to check it on your thing? Like this is the wrong branch? So wait, what do you mean, Salmon? So technically, this branch doesn't exist on the origin. So I think you actually do want it to run on your branch. So I think you may have messed up the checkout. Because basically, origin doesn't have a fixed format action. Right? Only yours would have it. So this, like, origin here points to my repo, not your fork. Does that make sense? So I think your change to the action to not do, where was it? Like the way you were changing the ref, I think is actually wrong. So I think here's the issue then. The format probably, right? Like the way you changed the hook, I think. And yeah, I see what I think is going wrong now. So we do want push branches main, but you may actually want to make it just push any branch. I think that's actually the fix. Because you want to make the commit on your forks branch, not on the pull request branch or whatever. So I think pull request branch might be wrong. And instead, you just want to make on push to any branch. Yeah, I think that's the fix. Yep. Oh, God. Yes, and I totally forgot. I This is another person I forgot to reply to. Game dev, I'm not doing any of that. If you want to see how Shiki works and how they style things, that's the thing that's actually doing the diffing. And hold on. Shiki JS. Here you go. So that's what's actually doing the syntax highlighting, and then Shiki Magic Move is just interpolating the movement of the DOM elements that get created from the AST nodes, basically. Let me look at something real quick. Um, yeah, hold on. Let me look at my calendar. Okay, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Yeah, sorry. I'm just trying to reply to someone. Damn, yeah, I wish I had booked out some time with them tomorrow. All right, sorry. Sorry, I had to reply to that message, otherwise I would have totally forgotten. Yeah, I definitely want to help this person out. They are really awesome. Yeah, but okay. Sorry, I got distracted. Let's keep going. So, did that kind of answer your question there, game dev? Yeah, I see you got it. Cool. Just want to make sure. Okay, so and what time is it? 5:30. We got time. And yeah, this feature we're going to be doing is feat slash, let's say, sidebar settings. And yeah, real quick, how about this? A good faith question. There's a tool called All Hands. Let me make sure I got the domain name right. All Hands AI. So, open source agents for developers. Use AI to tackle the toil in your backlog so you can focus on what matters, hard problems, creative challenges, and over-engineering your dot files. Ooh, okay, so I like the fact that they got a good sense of humor. I actually really like that. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, that's huge. Okay. Okay, so yeah, let me make sure I pass this link. Has anyone else here used tools like this before for, like, AI focused dev? So really, it would help for making all sorts of stuff. Okay. Do we think there's some like side project we could build with it? Yeah, there you go. An argument. Yeah. I mean, well, no, like they're actually totally saying that it's one of the more important things. Yep, sriracha. Yeah, it said sriracha, but spelled sriracha. But okay, so we're at least looking at kind of what's going. Are there any good examples of like workflows or things that they would want? Okay, and maybe they called it like Open Devon at some point. Okay. Let me get more music going. But yeah, how you doing, Rage? What are you up to? Yeah, you like this costume? I like this costume too. You just rewatched Cloverfield? Okay. Is that sarcasm or it actually did age well? Gotcha. Okay, cool. I've seen it. I don't know if I remember being that impressed, but I think that's also because it was a bit like hyped up. So I guess the main thing is we'd want to like maybe build out some demo project. Uh, yeah, Docusaurus is quite popular. It's actually really easy to recognize once you started using it a little bit. Um, are you guys like stuck on Docusaurus? Because another one that's cool is uh, Starlight. Yeah, Starlight's really nice for docs too. I mean, it's basically this layout, but it's not quite that. I think it'd be nice if they had like a good example repo. And that's fine. An argument, yeah. There are probably things that you're going to have to add yourself that, are maybe a little trickier. But yeah, Docusource is fine. Yeah, it's a good tool. Sounds cool. Yeah, let me just finish looking at this a little bit. Because yeah, I did promise someone I'd take a look at it. I don't know. Like, I haven't messed with it. We'll probably end up trying to do like a sponsored stream at some point to check it out. The tricky part is like thinking about what we'd want to build with it, right? Probably from scratch. Something that we don't necessarily care about monetizing. Oh, that's why this is so itchy. There we go. You know those plastic tags? Yeah, that one was still in there on this hoodie. I've been wondering why it's been so itchy. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to like toy with it. I definitely want to do it with Docker because I don't want to deal with setting up an ENV. Oh, they have a GitHub action too. Okay. Make the code better. See, that's the prompt I want to give it. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, so far it looks like Azure, Google, Grok, OpenAI, OpenRouter. I don't know what OpenRouter is. That'd be interesting there, Salmon. Yeah. It does look like there's some like totally free ones. Yeah, big risk of abuse, sure. Okay. So yeah, Open Router could target Claude 3.5 Sonnet, which is probably what they'd recommend. That would not be free, though. No, we just saw one that was free. Right? There's a whole bunch right here. Like, were you even looking at the screen? There's Liquid, there's Meta's Llama. Looks like Google Gemini, at least to some amount, right? So yeah, there's a bunch of these. You just can't do it with Claude. Yep. Yeah, I think that's the tricky part. Looks like they only support remote providers at the moment. And yeah, like a local provider on my terrible Mac Mini wouldn't even really be an option. Their docks are pretty nice though. And yeah, if I'm already paying for Claude, it might be worth it just to use Claude directly. And I think I pay for Claude already. And real quick, hold on, I missed another follow. Is that VLV4E? Thank you for the follow, and Nargman as well. Thank you. Very carefully there, Akram. Yeah, exactly, Larobi. Claude is, yeah, like really, really effective. And that was one of the big announcements at GitHub Universe. Like, you can basically configure different models with Copilot, which is huge. Now, this is actually pretty compelling, too. This song is so busy. We're skipping it. That song was over the top. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna have to get the brain stewing on what we could do with this. And I'll have to start looking at my Trello board for like open-ish projects. All right, let's do open source. Yeah, I'm trying to think of some of these that might be good. Okay, yeah. I think there's a few of these that we could make. I kind of want to do it for just something open source. And hey, Carbon, but for diffs. Oh, that one's actually in progress. Oh, and follow Versary bot's not going. Oh, yeah, it is. Never mind. Never mind. It totally is. Um, hmm. Yeah, we did some sorting here. So yeah, probably something at the top here. I feel like this one's like good and memey enough. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I think I have a decent enough idea of what we could do with it. And yeah, I'd probably just use Claude. Hold on. Yeah, yeah, so SWE bench, all hands. All right. So yeah, I'll have to put together a proposal for that at some point. God, yeah, I've let a bunch of communication slip. I forgot to reply to this person. I forgot to reply to another person. Yeah. Yeah, there's like 3 people that I have let slip through the cracks. So that'll be something we do at some point. Not right now, though. So we got this new feature, sidebar settings, PR, or not PR, but branch. All right, so the big thing we're going to want to do is move all of this config over to the sidebar. I think first and foremost, we're going to want to get the sidebar going. And oh, that's right, that's right. Hold on. I don't think it should cause any merge conflicts, but yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, let's do that. That's a good point. And did you get it like running? Like passing? All right, so now it's complaining about this one. Maybe I didn't refresh. Hold on. Yeah, I think I just forgot to refresh. No? Ah, okay. So yeah, maybe upgrade the action to V4. Yeah, I'd say try that out real quick, Selman. And that's actually a flaw of Solid Start's scaffolder. So yeah, we'll let that run. Let me get some food ordered, because I do have video editing to do tonight that I really, really need to focus on. And yeah, my kitchen isn't in a good state for cooking. Oh, it's not even in a really good state for... Hmm. Yeah, I got dishes to do. Shit. It'll be fine. All right, let me do some DoorDash. And yeah, I think it's the probably like the perfect time to like do a full like prettier format of the entire project anyway. So yeah, I think all those extra file changes are actually fine. All right, so I'm gonna do checkout for the food. All right, got some Indian food on the way. Yes, I am a sriracha bottle for Halloween. Exactly. Ah, my face is just so itchy from the sunburn. How's that build going? Yeah. Sunburn. It happens. Oh, this is the Shiki magic move stuff. Okay, so I would say let's I don't care about the Shiki magic move test stuff. So if you wanted to do this, If you go to the Shiki Magic Move package.json, let me see where type check is even called. I'd say get rid of the type check. This is the top level package JSON, right? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's only for Shiki Magic Moves. So I would say number one, packages here. We do need it to build and test the packages. So I would say just remove type check from the build dash test. I think that's the move. So just, yeah, here on line 15 in that package JSON, go ahead and just remove that type check right there. I think the build and test are fine. And yeah, this solid starter, I don't know how I feel about it. It might not even be a starter. I may have just like forked Shiki Magic Move and broken it that way. I think that's what I ended up doing. So yeah, that's on me. Let me get more music going though. Um, and yeah, I think we do want to do what you're talking about. Get that merged in so I can pull it. Yep, build past. Cool. Yeah, let's go look at it. All right, and then just due diligence. And what up, Vibe Off? Yeah, it was fun. Yes, this is just all formatting. Yeah, no worries. I hope you're feeling better. And I do appreciate that. Like, I got so much traveling coming up. Like, getting sick would have been really bad. So yeah, yeah. Thanks for being considerate about that. Like, for sure. Yep. Yeah, I'm like traveling for like the next 3 weeks. So like, dude, yeah, it would have sucked. Like, yeah. But I will be applying to way more stuff. So yeah, hopefully I can make it back down to SF at some point. Yeah, it's like I travel for like most of a week, then I come back, then I travel for another most of a week, and then I come back, and then I travel for another most of a week, and then come back. Okay, so yeah, a lot of formatting changes. Yep, all those are necessary too. Which does make it a little harder to validate, but yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say we're good. Yeah. Thanks, Salmon. I appreciate that. Yeah, you did that quick. I went and ate at a place called Mensho, and it was really good. Yeah, a couple people recommended that ramen place to me, and it was quite good. Yeah. Yeah, I assume you're familiar. Yeah, it was awesome. And because I was like just solo, I just got in like right away. Like I didn't even have to wait in line. It was perfect. And yeah, thanks, Salmon. All right, so now that we've done that, we got the poll. There were no conflicts. We can do PNPM dev now. I want to go look at Solid UI, and do they have like a good sidebar? It's definitely not slider because that's like that kind of slider. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got in real quick. I ended up getting the signature ramen, which had like the duck and the pork in it, and then I got the wagyu sushi. I ended up eating like one or two, just like as like the sashimi or whatever, and then the rest of the wagyu I just put into the ramen, and that was actually the best move. The wagyu sashimi or whatever was a bit greasy, but once it got into the ramen, like it was perfect. And because I was able to expense it, I was able to justify it for myself. All right, so drawer, I think, is what we're looking for, right? I don't. No, it's not a drawer. We're gonna have to do it ourselves, I think. Yeah, free food is good food. It's not menu bar. Nope. I just want to make sure that I'm not like ignoring some other element that would work. Yeah, this is solid UI though. And solid UI is wrapping another thing called Cobalt. And yeah, Cobalt does not have that either. Now we could probably go look at what Shad CN would generate and just copy the Tailwind. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all. Hmm. Where do you? Oh, here it is. Components sidebar. It's up at the top. Oh, because it's brand new. Oh. Yeah, taking what they generate and just copying it would probably not be a bad idea. And yeah, how you doing, Wayne? I'm gonna try this. How hard could it be? Mm, I tend to use Mantine actually when I'm doing React stuff. Hey, coding with strangers, Mr. Sir, dude. Thank you. So B Santana, Swarami, and Lithium. Hell yeah. Dude, coding with strangers, thank you. I don't even have the bot set up right now to read out the superhero stuff. If you guys want me to do that, I can do it. I just, I figured we have other things to do. Yeah, coding with strangers. What you been up to? Nah, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Getting ready to go on break? Oh, nice. You do everything with Material UI? Makes sense, Wayne. You know what? I may be over it. Yeah, we're just gonna hack out our own. Oh. Hold on. What the hell? Oh. Looks like I did get hacked. Oh. Okay. Well, good call, Reddit. Huh. Yeah, Mantine has all sorts of stuff. What's up, Mr. Faberdev? How you doing? Yeah, I'm just gonna make my own sidebar. I don't know if it's worth it to do anything else with it. And it's easy enough to do. So yeah, instead of like the whole header thing that we're doing though, we're gonna have to like split some of it up. Wow, yeah. Yeah, some BS hack. What's up? Emma, how you doing? Yeah, I should probably get Reddit like two-factor authed or prevent username password login. But okay, so we're not going to be using shadcn UI. The fix for what we're going to do then. Trying to find some work of some kind because you're bored? Sounds about right. And I guess, hold on, let's look at how they do it with Chalkist. We can take some inspiration from it. Oh, so Chalkist allows you to create a new preset, but it doesn't allow you to save entire snippets. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, their save functionality doesn't even work. Huh. Yeah, what's up, Bob? I mean it's just a day, but I like wearing at least you know, some kind of like BS costume. I don't like putting a lot of effort into it. Only casually lurking? Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, so I don't know. We're gonna export a function. What are the props gonna be? Children. Yep. Now I'm wondering if I actually want to do this though. I don't know. What is a ghost's favorite variable? Boolean. Solid. Very well done. You might try and make a VR game? Nice. Sounds fun. Ooh, okay, that's a very specific kind of ghost, but I could see it. I could see it. Sidebar is only relevant on 2 pages. Our header is going to massively change, I think. Which means our layouts are going to change too. I think we just do... We just do the sidebar component separate. And it's just the thing that, like, exports our config. Oh, food's about to be picked up. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah. Because there's only 2 pages we're doing the sidebar on, I'm not too worried about it. So we're going to have a little bit of duplication. We're going to rename this to sidebar. And it basically takes in all of the arguments that editor takes in minus the start and end code. Yeah. Like it's the lid. Exactly. Yep. Yeah, you nailed it. We're going to add types for this. So snippet is actually going to be composed of config. Snippet config is then basically all of this. Oh. Because the getters and setters need to be passed. snippet config doesn't make nearly as much sense as like something we would compose with snippet. Yeah, okay, so I think it's actually just still part of editor. And editor is still just a massive, massive thing. But then, yeah, sidebar. Yeah, sidebar goes away. It's so you like specific to the editor. It's not a file we need. Which means I want to change up the header. Ooh, and food's going to be here in like 5 to 10 minutes, theoretically. I want to sit and stew on how I want to structure all this, I think, right? And since food's going to be here soon, I should probably just hop to the other stream. And then we can do maybe a nice long stream tomorrow. You know, I don't care too much about playing games tomorrow night. So, yeah, we could do like a nice late stream. But I have work to do tonight. So, who do we go raid? Who is streaming right now? We see Coco Type, which I bet Giannis would be stoked to check out at some point. We see The Coppinger. Who else is going? Practical NPC, nice. Tom Millman, attempting 3D modeling. Someone doing some leak code. Just trying to see if there's someone we haven't raided in a long time. Yeah, let's do the Coppinger. And yeah, it looks like he's doing some design work. So yeah, let's go see what he's up to. 6:41 a.m. I mean, it's 6:43 p.m. for me. So yeah, we're gonna go raid the Coppinger. He's great, super chill dude. My food's gonna be getting here real soon, so I want to make sure they're not sitting out there too long. And yeah, they'll be here in just like 5 minutes. Ooh, and look at that raider number. Nice. So yeah, I'm gonna stop the YouTube, Twitter, and Algora. Thank you all for hanging out.